Welcome, everybody. On behalf of Palmer College of Chiropractic and Clinics, thank you for joining us on this special induction ceremony. Today marks an important milestone. This ceremony recognizes the hard work, the commitment, and academic achievements you have demonstrated thus far in your chiropractic education. Now you're stepping into the next phase of your journey, the clinical education portion. At this point, I would like to acknowledge the mentors who will be guiding you through this next chapter. These are the individuals who will support, challenge, and inspire you as you grow into competent and compassionate doctors of chiropractic. Faculty, would you stand? These clinicians standing before you are dedicated to your success. They are here to help shape your clinical skills, enhance your critical thinking, and prepare you for the future in this great profession. We are proud of how far you have come, and we are excited to watch your continued growth in the clinic. Next, I would like to acknowledge your speaker for today's ceremony, one of our esteemed faculty members, Dr. Kevin Percoco. Dr. Percoco is a 2016 graduate of Palmer College of Chiropractic, Davenport, and has served as an assistant professor and faculty clinician in the Palmer Chiropractic Clinics for the past 5 years. He is entering into his 11th year of clinical practice and holds diploma status with the American Chiropractic Rehabilitation Board. Dr. Percoco has completed numerous postdoctoral certifications focused on the management of musculoskeletal disorders through active care interventions. He places strong emphasis on patient-centered care and on mentoring the next generation of chiropractors through the application of biopsychosocial principles. He has published multiple reports on patient management strategies and regularly lectures on evidence-based clinical practice, the management of persistent pain, and patient-centered care. Dr. Percoco.
All right, you can hear me all right? Thank you, Dr. McLean, for that bio that I put together. All right, and really thank you for everybody for the opportunity to be here today. It's an honor to share in this important milestone and to acknowledge all the faculty, the staff, the mentors, and the families that have helped this accomplished group arrive before us here today. I do have to admit, I sometimes question the decision-making process that allowed me to be up here today, but nonetheless, I am here now, so too late. So as was introduced, my name is Dr. Kevin Percoco, and I serve as a faculty member and clinician within Palmer College's clinic system. In this role, I support students as they translate their knowledge, their skills, and their clinical reasoning into real-world application. Beginning in their 7th term, students enter the clinic and either work alongside myself or my colleagues here in White. And they'll work alongside us for approximately 1 year before they step out into professional practice. For me, mentoring students and helping them refine their craft, to think critically, and to care for those who should seek their help is one of the most exciting and meaningful parts of my work. And today, I have the privilege of celebrating that journey with you all. And so Class 272. Today marks an important milestone. It's your white coat ceremony. After countless hours of studying, exams, practicals, etc., reconsiders, your learning is about to look very different. Less from books and more from people. You are entering a space of ambiguity, where there isn't always one right answer, where multiple explanations may be valid, and where real people rarely match the textbook descriptions. And it's within this ambiguity that the meaning of the white coat truly takes shape. This white coat stands as a symbol of many things. At its core, this coat symbolizes public trust. It represents safety, competence, hope, and it acts as a platform for patients to be vulnerable, looking for a teammate in the betterment of their health. Trust, however, is not simply granted when you are handed this white coat here today. It isn't earned by years of practice alone. And trust with one person does not automatically carry over onto the next. Trust must be justified through your behaviors, and it must be earned every single day. This coat embodies your professional identity. It signifies a transition from a learner to a professional in formation. It signals entry and acceptance into a shared ethical standard, aligning with science, transparency, and moral authority. Despite this symbolic authority, do not forget, we serve, we do not dominate. Our egos aside, your expertise should be paired with compassion and restraint, knowing when to lean into your authority and when that should fade into the background. And part of that humility is recognizing just how much you still have to learn. You are not going to know a lot of things. And early on, that discomfort is normal. You will make some mistakes, maybe 4, 5, or 6 or 7, but likely more. And even after many years in practice, you will still not know everything, and you will continue to make mistakes. However, by that time, your frame of reference will have completely changed, and it will simply bother you less. This doctoral training program is not just about acquiring knowledge. It's about learning how to learn, how to think critically, how to be resourceful, and when to find solutions when the answer isn't immediately clear. As you transition from the classroom into practice, you may not feel like a doctor right away. That too is normal and to be expected. Your training has prepared you well so far, though it may still take time for you to fully believe that yourself. And do you know the best way to do that? Application. Do it again, and reflect along the way. If you imagine the version of yourself 1 year from today, and you look at your performance tomorrow or yesterday, you'll see things you could have done better. That's simply the nature of growth. With time and repetition, a hard truth comes into focus, that growth is less about arriving and more about continuing. So what are we growing towards? The Mayo Clinic, widely regarded as the national leader in value-based care in the United States and the world, published a study looking to answer a simple question. What do patients actually want from their care providers, from their doctors? And they found that patients consistently described doctors that they trust as confident and reassuring, but also empathetic. Doctors who try to understand not just what hurts, but how it's affecting that person's life. They value clinicians who are humane and who are genuinely interested in their patients, who treat them as people rather than problems to be solved. Patients want doctors who are honest and clear, who speak in plain language, who respect their input, and who work with them rather than speaking at them. They value doctors who are thorough, who take the time to think carefully and explore further, even when your initial impressions are maybe off the mark. If you let these behaviors guide you, they'll become a solid foundation for the kind of doctor your patients are hoping you'll be, and the kind of doctor we're all striving to be. This is what we're growing towards. I spoke on this white coat's professional significance, but maybe more importantly, I want us to touch on a matter that pertains to this coat's personal significance. Caring for people every day is physically and psychologically taxing, and it is okay to acknowledge that. This is not unique to chiropractic, but really within all of healthcare. When we neglect our own well-being, the cost is real, and over time, it shows up as emotional, physical, and mental exhaustion. You have a duty to your patients, but first, you have a duty to yourself. Prioritize habits and set clear boundaries that enable your own health and wellness. It is not indulgence, It's professional responsibility. We spend our days asking our patients to change their habits, to move more, to sleep better, to manage their stress, to learn to cope or learn to cope better, to invest in their own relationships, to find a sense of purpose outside of work, and to generally just care for themselves. Those same expectations apply to us as providers. And if we're going to promote wellness, we should also practice it for our own longevity. Some of you may currently struggle with these habits, but the wonderful thing about these habits is that they are all modifiable. You have the ability to influence them. And I would love to tell you that once you leave school, it gets easier. And if you were to look to the crowd, to your parents, your folks, your grandparents, most of them can speak from example or experience. It does not get any easier. You'll have pressures that come at you from all directions, but you can control the habits that you seek and those that you engage in. Caring for your patients becomes much harder when your own well-being is compromised. And I'd like to close with some imparting wisdom from Stoic philosophy. You will come across, and already have, come across numerous obstacles in your life. Getting to this point right now is obstacle after obstacle. When you step into your next year in the clinic, another obstacle, series of obstacles. When you're in practice, when you're in your clinic. Each obstacle that you face is unique to yourself. But the responses that these obstacles elicit are often the same for most people. Fear, frustration, anxiety, confusion, anger, resentment. Whether fair or unfair, within every obstacle is an opportunity to improve your situation. You will discover that what matters most is not what these obstacles are, but in how we view them, or your perception, in how we react to them, your actions, and accepting that which you cannot control, or your will. Your reactions will determine how successful you will be in overcoming or possibly thriving because of them. So remember, you do not control what happens, but you do control, meaning you assign to what happens. Choose to respond with integrity, and remember that true confidence is built from competence and humility, not certainty. And resilience and adaptability come from accepting reality as it is, without resignation. As you move forward, remember that this is a journey you were never meant to take alone. Lean on the faculty and your staff doctors. Lean on your colleagues in your community. Lean on the people who challenge you, support you, and remind you why you chose this path to begin with. Let us continue to learn and grow side by side, knowing that none of us has arrived, and recognizing the need for continued effort to improve each and every day. Congratulations, class of 272, and thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Pekoko. Your academic time here at Palmer is rigorous. I welcome our Dean of Programs, Dr. Michael Tuning, to the podium to address.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Pekoko. Great talk there, bringing in some Stoic philosophy. And thanks to everybody that made the trip today to enjoy a regular, beautiful Friday, February in Iowa. What a phenomenal day that we've got. Safe travels to you on your way home. Class, education transforms us. As Oliver Wendell Holmes wrote, one's mind stretched by a new idea never returns to its original dimension. Over the past 6 trimesters, your minds have been stretched in ways you probably couldn't have imagined when you first arrived. You've built knowledge, refined skills, and developed the discipline it takes to care for others. More than 125 written exams, more than 60 hands-on practical exams, and all of those long hours, extra hours polishing your skills. Those weren't just academic hurdles, they were steps to prepare you for today. We celebrate today because change is often a catalyst for growth and progress. Today is where your focus shifts. In clinic, you move from studying conditions and learning skills to working with people. You'll apply what you've learned, build confidence, and continue developing the skills that matter most in patient care. There will be uncertainty in moments where you question yourself. And remember, that's not failure. That's the process of learning to think, decide, and care like a doctor. Remember to lean on your faculty mentors, everybody here gathered with you today, as well as each other. And remember that healthcare is a team effort. We're all here to support you in this journey. Congratulations on your induction to clinic. We're proud of you and excited to see the care that you will provide. Thank you. I would now like to introduce Associate Dean of Clinics, Dr. Kara Shannon.
Thank you, Dr. Tuning. My name is Dr. Kara Shannon, and I am one of our Associate Dean of Clinics. Today, we'd like to honor and welcome the students to the next step in their chiropractic journey. Students, we know that you are sufficiently prepared to join us in clinic and share your knowledge, passion, and skills with our patients and the community. Over the next year, we will watch you transform amazingly, and we will meet back here in a little over a year to celebrate your graduation day. The journey lies before you will be exciting, but at times may feel like a whirlwind. Please know that we will support you every step of the way, and we are here to help you in any way that we can. The time has now come to formally induct the students into the clinic, but there are some procedural items first. When presented, the students will come to the side podium where they will be introduced by Ms. Tara Scholes, our Executive Director of Clinic Operations. Then Dr. Pavlicek, my fellow Associate Dean of Clinics, will be assisting students with the cloaking of their white coat. Then students will meet me at the center stage with their badge that we will attach to your white coat, which signifies your induction into the Palmer Clinic system. Students will then move to the backdrop for a picture to be taken by the college photographer. And then students will then exit the stage where Dr. McLean, Director of Radiology Services, will be presenting the student interns with a token of our appreciation for their hard work to get to this day. Ms. Tara Scholes, Executive Director of Clinic Operations, can you please present Class 272 for their induction into the clinics?
Rachel Allen. Z.Q. Ong. Mohammed Asaf. George Osmus. Gabriel Austin. Carter Baranowski. Braden Byer. Cole Bruin. Brendan Cates. Eric Chambers. Dawson Charlie. Kaylee Clausen. Ryan Collins. Anthony Costello. Andre Daigle. Austin DeLeo. Austin Denhode. Hannah Durain. Kavera Doolittle. Cameron Dowie. Luke Fowler. What? Oh, sorry. Barrett Fulton. Macy Green. Grady Haynes. Malloy Helvey. Evelyn Herzog. Colin Hogan. Lisa Horton. Tyler Houghton. Tao Ching Long Wan. Kylie Hallklein. Thank you. Kiana Hasso. Spencer Jens. Dominic Coleman. Robert Maldonado. Rael Martin. Allison Meter. Michaela Mowery. Danae Mueller. William Norris. Donovan O'Connell. Albert Ochoa. Yeah. James Pace. Michaela Pascavas. Bronson Pierce. Rachel Radetsky. Claire Reith. Taylor Ryder. Omar Rahibi. Justin Reemersma. Tanner Reesberg. Anne-Marie Romano. Hannah Ruane. Sierra Sanchez. Hannah Schuenberger. Keaton Shainfeld. Samuel Shepard. Megan Seek. Andre Searay. Kobe Smith. Michael Solis. Catherine Staniszewski. Hannah Strasser. Kelsey Terbeek. Austin Thornton. Isabella Veal. Haley Vormans-Dean. Alyssa Vogel. Eva Wampfler. Michael Weaver. Serena Werner. Jesse Wheeland.
So, I have this little thing on my phone that's a decibel meter. Would you please give your hand a round of applause to class 272? I'm Dr. Pavlicek. I'm one of the other associate deans of the clinic. I'd like to thank the student families and friends for being here on this important day. I've known that you have all supported your students, whether it was a phone call of encouragement, a visit to the campus, a check or two. It's all greatly appreciated. As the ceremony concludes, there's a reception for everyone down one floor in the Fellows Hall, where there'll be cake is served. Cake. There will be tables set up in the Fellows Hall and the Gothic Room. Students, you'll find your staff doctors in the Gothic Room if you'd like to visit with them. A class photo will be taken directly after the ceremony, and all pictures and recordings of the ceremony will be posted next week and are free to use. Now, I have a couple things that we have to go through here real quick. Before the picture, class 272, please stand, present yourself to the assembly. Not yet. When we're done, guests, thank you for coming, and you may make your way to the hall for the cake reception and find a seat either in the Fellows Hall or the Gothic Room. The students will be along shortly. Here are the directions. Students, would you please move the first row of the seats towards the second row and make your way to the stage so the picture can be more instructions from the photographer. After the picture, there's a carnation for each student, which you may take before you head to the reception. Class 272, please rise, present yourself to the
They'll take control.